how to get going fast, all that stuff. When I was sitting in your guys' chair 4 years ago, the guy up here talking was Dave Watson. Dave Watson is the guy who showed the guy whose house you're in, the guy who showed David Peach. And the first night I met him, he had his airplane parked outside that this company had already bought him, this company had paid for. So this guy had my attention, right? And I'm sitting in your guys' chair, and he's up here talking, and he taught me a couple rules that I've built this entire business by. The number one rule, and the first thing you guys are going to want to write down if you're taking notes, is this. This business is supposed to be fun, okay? That's the number one rule. Don't treat this like a job. Treat this like a party. Here's the rule. The more money you have here, the more fun you have here, the more money you make. That's the way this business works. Here's why. The people that you're out there talking to, they already go to school full-time, or they already have a job full-time, and most of them don't really like their jobs. And if all of a sudden you're going to be this person that tries to give people another job, who the heck's going to want to sign up with you? Okay? So just have fun. The first thing you guys need to do is throw a party. That's it. You invite people over to your dorm, your house, whatever you got, and you throw a party. Somebody like us can come right into your living room, it can come right into your, some of the best ones to do are in dorm rooms. And we just do it right on your TV. Okay? That's the way you can show people. It's easier to get people to your house sometimes than it is to get them to Woodbury. Right? So throw a party. Second thing. And Brad, the best decision I made in World Ventures was right now. So Dave Watson's up here talking, and I just said this to myself. I said, okay, this guy sitting in front of the room right now is currently making a boatload of money doing this. And the best decision I made in entire World Ventures is I just said, I've never done this before. Just like all you guys, I've done a bunch of other stuff in my life, but you've never made at least $25,000 in network marketing. If you've never made at least $25,000 a month in network marketing, you've never done this before, so it's going to be different. So I just said I'm going to listen to him. So what I did is I humbled myself and I made myself coachable. My first 3.5 hours I made $1,200. You know what I did? I wrote down word for word what he told me to say, and I read it to people. Look like this. Hey, Ben, this is Eric. I'm a bad reader. I'm a college dropout. Okay. Remember, we're supposed to have fun. That's what it's going to be a tough crowd. But anyway, so literally, I wrote down word for word he told me to say what I'm about to tell you guys, and I read it to people, and I made $1,200 on my first day. You know what's crazy to me, though? My job description is basically how to teach people what I get. How to teach people how to get what I got. That's pretty much what I do. I travel all over the world, and I just teach people how to get what I got. Because you guys get more of what I got. So I want to teach you. And if I knew a faster way for you guys to make money, you'd be the first people I would tell. Because when you make money, I make money. But what's crazy to me is you can see my fat face in Success Magazine. You can go to my Facebook page and look at the 57 vacations I just took in the last 4 years. You can hear about the money. You can sit in these houses and look at the cars and all this stuff. And what's crazy to me is every night I teach people exactly how to get it, and 90% of you will never even attempt it. It's kind of crazy, right? 90% of you will never even attempt what I'm about to tell you. I made over $1 million in 3 years. And you guys want to know why? It's because the first night I was reading a script to my friends. How many of you guys think I was comfortable reading a script to my friends? I wasn't, and you won't be there, and that's why most of you won't do it, because the second thing I write down is this. Average people do not force themselves to get uncomfortable. See, for some of you, spending $153 is uncomfortable. And do you know what? It will always be uncomfortable to you if you never figure out a way to get uncomfortable. See, average people do not force themselves to get uncomfortable, and that's how they stay average their entire lives. It's not just here. It's anything in life. Think about the first day on your real job. Now, I don't know what you do, but if you ever had a job, I bet the first day you walked in there and you're real nervous. The first time you did it. But yet that exact same job today you could do in your sleep. Some of you actually do, right? But there's a period of time where you had to force yourself to just do it, and then you got better. But there's a difference. See, at your job, you guys got this thing called a boss. And they make you do it. See, they make you get uncomfortable. Here you don't have a boss. I'm not your boss. The person that brought you out here ain't your boss. David Peach ain't your boss. You're your own boss. So you have to force yourself to do it. You have to be self-motivated. But if you force yourself to just get uncomfortable for 12 phone calls, you wrote down exactly what I said, what I'm going to say to you, and you read people 12 times, by your 13th call you'll be able to do it. On your 13th call you'll be like, hey Brock, it's Eric, let's not have a lot of time on it. You'll be able to do it. So most of you will not do that. You'll never force yourself to get uncomfortable for 12 phone calls. That's cool, because we all make choices, and I can't force you to do it. But I will tell you what was never comfortable to me in my old life, Sunday nights. See, we're going to make choices in our life, and there's going to be consequences based on the choices. Do you know what the way my old life used to work? I'd have to work 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday, at my real estate company to keep it going. But on Saturday, I get to have some fun. But I always remember on Sunday night, I used to have to go home. And right before I went to bed, I always used to have to go set my alarm clock. And every time on Sunday night, I get this little uncomfortable feeling right in the pit of my stomach, because I knew I was going to have to wake up early on Monday morning and go work at a stupid company I didn't really like all week long. Does anybody know what I will not be doing tomorrow night?
Setting your alarm.
See, I don't own one. I got uncomfortable for 16 months when I started World Ventures. And I was just like everybody else. I had to keep paying my bills. So from 9 to 5, I had to keep doing real estate. But from 5 to 9, I did exactly what you're watching right now. That was it. From 5 to 9, almost every night of the week. And after 16 months of working from 9 to 9, that was uncomfortable. But after 16 months, my residual income hit just under $500,000 a year, and I sold everything. I sold 7 real estate offices, 4 mortgage companies, 3 title companies, and 40 investment properties. You know those college houses you guys live in? I own 40 of those. And I sold them all so I could do this full time, because this will be way bigger than any of that. But also that day I was able to gather up the 4 alarm clocks that I own in my house, and I went right to the garbage can, and I went like that. And just so we're all clear, Monday morning, while you guys are waking up and doing whatever you got to do, I will be sleeping until I'm tired of sleeping. Tuesday morning, I'm going to be sleeping until I'm tired of sleeping. Wednesday morning, I'll sleep until I'm tired of sleeping. And I guarantee you, next Monday, I will be sleeping until I'm tired of sleeping. I've designed a life so I don't have to be anywhere ever again. You know what they don't teach you in college? You can design your life however you want. You don't have to go work for somebody else. See, it's your life. You get to choose. So I looked at it like this. Why don't we get uncomfortable? So you guys are on the cusp. It's brand new, this college program. Whether you know it or not, you're sitting in $1 million seat because it's just getting started. And why don't you go after this thing together just for the next year? And get uncomfortable, because you're going to have to learn some new stuff. You're going to have to do something you're not used to doing. But if you got uncomfortable for the next 12 months and went after this thing, you might not have to set your stupid alarm clock for the next 45 years. But you're getting started here, it's different than a job. Your job's about who you are. This is about who you know. The only thing that matters in World Ventures is your contacts. That's all we're looking for. If you're brand new, we need your top 10. There's sheets over there that say top 10 contacts. Take one of those home and just on paper before you get to bed tonight, list the top 10 people that know you the best and trust you the most. That's where we need to start as fast as possible. I don't care if you just bring them out here every day, we're here. Just bring them out, we'll show them here. Throw a party, whatever. We need to show your top 10 so we can get you 6 sales and get you in profit right away. From 10, you got to grow your list to 30. Your top 30 are the people that you'd like to be business partners with. Who do you personally know that you'd like to be business partners with? That's your top 30. To get what I got took 200. 200 names on a sheet of paper. And who makes that list is anybody I can call, and I say, hey Andrew, this is Eric, and he just recognizes my name. He knows who I am. He's on the list. It's a scientific fact, by the time you're 21, you know 1,000 people by their first name. But to get what I got, you can't prejudge people. See, even if you're brand new today, I bet when you're sitting there looking at it, you're already like, oh, this guy's doing it for sure, right? Oh, this girl's going to do it. Oh, not this guy. He's got too much money. Oh, this person's too busy. This person doesn't travel. This person, see, and you already decide who is and isn't going to do it. You play God, right? Just so you know, usually people you think will do it won't. Usually people you think won't will surprise you. You don't know. Our job is not to pick them. Our job is to show them. Just make that list of 200 names, get them down on paper. I would challenge you to do a brain dump. Everybody in this room, I'm challenging you right now to go home and empty your cell phone on a sheet of paper. Mindlessly empty it. First name, last name, phone. Don't think about the people, just brain dump. Mindlessly write down everyone. Then go to Facebook, get every contact you can out of there, and write it down on a sheet of paper, and bring it back to me tomorrow. But then if you're going to do that, you got to write on top of that list, SW. I know you can come up with 200, but you got to put SW on top of it. And SW means this: some will, some won't, so what? Those are the 2 most important letters in World Ventures. See, we just gave a presentation. Every night, every day I'm doing this, 50, 100 people. And every night a bunch of people sign up. But I need you guys to all hear this. I could absolutely care less if one of you sign up tonight. It means absolutely 0 to me. Want to know why? It's not my job to convince you to say yes. Biggest presentation I ever did was Bethel College. There were about 1,300 people there doing a presentation I just did. And I could care less if one person signed up. Because it's not my job to convince you to say yes. It's my job to show you. And that's where most people screw World Ventures up. See, I just did the best job I could showing you guys World Ventures. If you don't get it, seriously, for 42 cents a day, you're sitting in a guy's $1 million house that's paid for by this company. He's on the cover of the magazine over there. His 3 Range Rovers outside, and you're listening to a kid that's in Success magazine. And if you don't get it for $153, whatever, I'll guarantee you guys tomorrow at 7, there'll be another 100 people here, and we'll go show them. And I look at myself like a waiter or a waitress. If we went to Applebee's tonight, you guys know what happened? As soon as we went to Applebee's, we'd eat our dinner. And then right when we were done, you know what the waitress would do? She'd come up to our table and she'd give us this big smile. And she'd say, "Hey, did you guys save any room for dessert?" And what do you guys say right to her face just about every single time?
No.
No! Go give me a box. I'm stuffed. Does she care? Here's what my waitresses do. Every time I tell them no, every time I don't want dessert, emotionally, my waitresses are crushed, right? So they'll always pull up a chair, like, right next to my table, right? And then my waitresses, their shoulders, they always say like this. And my waitresses' lips, they always go like this. And then they always look at me and they go, "Dessert doesn't work." Doesn't that happen? You guys go to Applebee's. I'm joking. Some of you guys are like, where the hell is this kid Applebee's? Alright. I'm joking, and that would be insane. So I want you to think about this. If your waitress does that, the first thought in your head is, this chick needs a mental hospital ASAP, right? That's the first thing going through your head if your waitress did that. But watch what you do with World Ventures. See, the first person you talk to when you walk out of here, I already know who it is. It's your roommate, right? Or it's your brother-in-law, Bill, right? And you're all excited, right? And you leave here, and you go try to explain everything you just saw. And you screw it all up, and you get to the end, and your broke roommate goes, "Well, that sounds like one of them things, and that sounds stupid." And you go, "Oh, I don't know if it works." Trust me, it works. It works real good. Some will, some won't. So what? Who cares? See, let me teach you something my mom taught me. Consider the source. Your roommate who thinks this is stupid. Is he this really successful entrepreneur? Is he this really successful network marketer? Is he in Success Magazine? Is he a billionaire? Or does he not have $500 in his bank account? Let me ask you all this question. If you guys wanted to go lose weight right now, would you go take weight loss advice from a fat person? Me neither. But then who the hell do you listen to about money? See, I listen to Trump, Kiyosaki, and Buffett, the billionaires. They're all in network marketing. You guys know what my brother-in-law told me? He's broke, by the way. And I drove 4 hours to go show him this. Back up in Hibbing. And I got to the end right when I was getting started, right? I got to the end like 4 years ago. And I said, "Hey man, you ready to get started?" And my broke brother-in-law looked at me and he said, "Eric, I think you're an idiot for doing this." And he said, "Eric, most likely you're going to go to jail for doing this." That's what my broke brother-in-law told me 4 years ago. Thank God I knew something important about life before I sat down with him that day. It's that if I was going to buy somebody's opinion, I had to buy their lifestyle. And let's just be real clear. I don't want to live in the house my broke brother-in-law lives in. I'd rather live in this house. This house is paid for by a network marketing company. My broke brother-in-law's is not. I don't want to drive the house. I don't want to drive the cars my broke brother-in-law's driving. I'd rather drive Trump's cars. Trump's in network marketing. My broke brother-in-law isn't. You know the fastest way to get what you want? Quit listening to your broke friends and start listening to successful people. Your name's list 200 names, you know what it is? It's a deck of 200 cards. In your mind, you got one simple job. Flip every card. Show every person. Now my broke brother-in-law was a deuce. Okay? You're going to have your deuces too when you flip some of your cards. When the deuces come, you have to make your choice. What I've noticed about life is the same events in your life that will kill you if you're unsuccessful will motivate you if you're successful. Do you realize there's some people that signed up today and they're going to go home and they're going to talk to their broke roommate, and their broke roommate's going to tell them they're an idiot and they're going to jail, and he's going to get them to quit? I've literally watched that happen. And the same day when my broke brother-in-law told me I was an idiot and I was going to jail, that same event is what motivated me to make $1 million. Because I just let it pour fuel on my fire. You either let the deuces kill you or you let the deuces motivate you. But as soon as that happened, I was just like, "Okay, idiot, watch this." I started going faster. See, I named those 200 names? I just got through them fast. I have zero emotional attachment. I don't care if people say yes or no. It's not my job. My job is to flip the card. My job is to show them. Right? And I started doing this every day. I started meeting people at Starbucks, throwing parties, going 8, 9, jack, 3, 4, deuce, deuce. I was flipping my cards fast. Just so you guys know, fast is fun, slow sucks. The faster you get through this, the better. I'm going jack, 8, 9, deuce, deuce. Boom! Found an ace for my left team. Then you guys know what I started doing? Started showing more people. I'd bring them out here every day. Right? Showing people, just flipping cards, 8, 9, jack, 3, 4, deuce, jack, 3, 4, deuce, deuce, deuce. Boom! Found an ace for my right team. If you're brand new, let me teach you our compensation plan. You get 2 teams, they go forever. Ain't about you. You know all we need to do? Leave here, go out in the world, and find you one ace for your left team and one ace for your right team. How many of you guys realize if you just simply found that, it's payday, game over? If you're brand new tonight, you're now 2 people away from financial freedom. 2 people. You go find one good one for your left team and one good one for your right team, you'll never work another day in your life. And that's a lot closer than you were before you joined World Ventures. You don't believe me? Think about the girl that called me. 4 years ago, she brought me to a presentation like this. When it was over, she brought me to a computer like that. She signed me up on her left team. Since that night, 4 years ago, how much do you think Danielle has worried about her left team? It was over the second I got in. I made 6 sales in my first 10 minutes. You guys, she gets credit for all 15,000 sales. You guys realize you're all on her team and you'll never meet her? But she put in 1 ace on her left team 4 years ago, and she's never had to touch it again. 1 ace left, 1 ace right, payday. So if we're going to find your aces, we've got to flip your cards. Here's your job. You need to become professional inviters. That's it. We are a team. I need you to get this through your head. Your guys' job is to fill up the room. You get the butts in the seats. Our job, everything else. We'll present for you, won't we? We'll train for you, won't we? You get the butts in the seats, we take care of the rest, and we build you a paycheck. So if you're going to become a professional inviter, here's some tips. We're doing a big presentation tomorrow at 7. If I wanted you here tomorrow at 7, I would call you tomorrow at 4. I won't call you 2 days ago. I won't call you 2 weeks ago, because I don't like to waste my time. And if I would have called you on Thursday night to get you here tonight at 7, you know what you would have told me? Saturday, 7 o'clock sharp, Woodbury, I'll be there. You know what the odds of you showing up 72 hours later at 7 o'clock sharp is? About 20%. Right? But if I simply called Miranda today at 4, and I did what's called the 4-step invite, which is the only thing I want you guys to learn. This is the only thing I ever got good at. Okay? Number 1, listen, I don't have a lot of time right now. If you think of the most successful people you know, I will bet you they're always busy. We want to be the same. So be in a hurry. This call needs to be 45 seconds or less. Listen, I don't have a lot of time right now. What are you doing tonight at 7? Step 2. We're halfway done. So this was simple, right? Listen, I don't have a lot of time now. What are you doing tonight at 7? She's got 2 options. Number 1, she could say,
busy.
It's busy. It's called a loss. What's her other option? Listen, I don't have a lot of time now. What are you doing tonight at 7?
I'm free.
She's free. It's called a win. This is a simple business. You have wins and you have losses. You want to figure out how much money you make? Track how many wins you get every day. How many times do you just call people every day and say, what are you doing tonight at 7? They say nothing. The more wins you get there, the more money you make. But where we screw it all up is when we lose. We go, hey, Miranda, this is not have a lot of time now. What are you doing at 7? And she goes, oh, I got the kids. Oh, I got class, right? And the untrained person just lost, but they still try to play. As of right now, this second, you're all now trained, so you're not allowed to be beggars. What the untrained people do is they lose and they turn into beggars. They go, oh, what are you doing tomorrow at 7? What are you doing the next day? You got a line? Can I come over? And you start begging people to see information. If you're taking notes, write this down. People don't follow beggars, they follow leaders. We're not going to beg anybody to do this business. They should be begging us, not the other way around. If you're still taking notes, write this down. If you screw it all up, it's okay. Okay? And I'm proof of that, because in the beginning I was horrible. I went like this. Hey, Miranda, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time now. What are you doing at 7? She goes, oh, I got the kids. All right? And I used to be so excited in the beginning. I would go, no, you don't. You gotta come see what I just saw. It's World Ventures, it's travel, there's right legs, left legs, magazines, Woodbury, Peach, we're all getting rich, Range Rovers, nobody's heard of this. And you verbally vomit all over these people. It's called puking. You try to explain everything you just saw over the phone. I need you guys to get this through your head. What you just saw was a movie. Have you guys ever went to a movie and then went home and tried to explain it to somebody? Did they have the same experience? They just need to go to the movie, right? Now, if you want them to come to the movie with you tomorrow, would you tell them the ending and tell them all about it? Or would you say, hey, I saw an awesome movie last night, come with me tomorrow? That's all we're teaching you to do. You will make $0. You will get frustrated and you will quit if you go out there and try to explain the movie. You can get filthy, stinking rich by getting people to see the movie. If you lose, don't play. Hey, Miranda, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time now. We're at 7. You're busy, I'm busy too. I'll call you back tomorrow. Boom. Go to the next 199 on your list. You win, you move forward. Hey, Miranda, this is Eric. Listen, I don't have a lot of time now. What are you at 7? Nothing? Cool. 3 magic words. I'm coming over. Say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm coming over.
That's pretty good. A lot of money there. If I wanted you here tomorrow night at 7, I would drive my butt to your house at 6:30. I would pick you up and I would bring you here. Okay? If I want to show you another day, I might just go right to your house and show you. I'd say I'm coming over. They say why, what for, what are we doing? That's where number 1 rule comes into play. Trust me, number 1 rule is not that you have to know everything here to make money. Okay? The number 1 rule is this. Look, here's a story for you guys. My first night, I literally made $1,200, and by midnight that night, I thought the name of this company was World Adventures. So it's World Ventures if you're not laughing. So I made $1,200 before I knew the name of the company. That proves two things. You don't have to know everything here to make money, and you don't have to be smart. You're here to make money. That's not the rule. It's good news for me. The rule's this. You got to get excited. Okay? I've been involved for 4 years, and I'm still excited. If you get excited, it becomes contagious. Other people get excited, but you have to show people. So I go like this. Hey, Miranda, this is Eric. Let's not have a lot of time now. What do you need? I said. She says nothing. I say, great, I'm coming over. She says, why? I say it's word for word, people. I got something you gotta see. That's it. I got something you gotta see. I don't say travel, because I'm not selling travel. I don't say world ventures, because I'm not selling world ventures. I don't say network marketing. I don't say make money. I don't say any of that crap, because I'm not selling that. And if you say any of that, people aren't going to show up. Here's what you're selling. 45 minutes of time. That's your job. You realize whoever was just the best at getting people to sit down and give us 45 minutes of time just made the most money? Because we took care of the rest. We'll do the rest for you. You sell the time. You get the butt in the seat. For your top 30, you don't have to do this whole call. For your top 30, call them. I know you guys will probably text. If you can call, call. And call your top 30 friends and say, listen, I just found something. And if they say, what is it? You say, it's me. That's it. Just say, it's me. I'm coming over. If they say, what is it again? Ask them the simple line that has made me more money than anything I've ever learned in World Ventures. Do I have enough credibility with you to get 45 minutes of your life? Let me ask you a question. How many people on your cell phone could you simply send a text to and say, I just found something? Do I have enough credibility with you to get 45 minutes of your life? Do I have enough credibility with you to get 45 minutes of your life? And their answer would be yes. That should be 100%. We should start doing that. Because that's all you're selling. Why don't you just ask? Do I have enough credibility to get 45 minutes of your life? Here's a tip, by the way. If somebody responds no to that question, delete them from your cell phone. What the hell are you talking about? Is your friend, do you have enough credibility for 45 minutes left? Yeah, cool, great, I'm coming over. See you at 6:30. Last tip, make it fun. If you're over 21, tell me to buy them a beer. That's always my line. My friends are like, dude, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'll go buy you a beer afterwards, we'll hang out. I'll buy you dinner. What is literally the worst that could happen? It's 45 minutes of your life. See you at 6:30. Boom. You master that phone call right there, you're never working on a job in your life. Once you become a master inviter, it becomes a numbers game. Because you get it, the butts in the seats, we'll get you 6 out of 10. All day long, the faster you get them in front of us, the faster the money comes. It's just about numbers. Okay? Once you become a master inviter, you're never working on a job in your life. Anybody know what's going to happen on day one, though? You're going to suck. Isn't that nice? Yeah, you're going to suck bad. There's good news, though. Miranda's made a whole bunch of money doing this, been on a whole bunch of vacations, Miranda right there. And on day one, guess what? She sucked bad. David Peach, the guy whose house we're in right now that's paid for by this company, I watched him do his first ever presentation. You guys want to know what? It was embarrassing. It sucked. He's made $2 million in 4 years, and on his first presentation, he sucked bad. You guys want to know the really good news? I sucked worse than any of you could possibly suck on day one. But do you know the difference between average people and people you see making a ton of money? Does anybody know what average people do when they suck at something?
Quit.
Yeah, they give up. See, and you guys got to understand something really, really simple, is that life's about repetition. See, right now, I'm sitting here, and I'm not even using slides. I'm just talking to you guys. Because I've done this 10,000 times, and I make it sound real easy, don't I? But I promise you, on day one, I sucked. But I've done my repetitions. And tomorrow, when you make your first phone call, and people are like, well, what is it? And you're like, oh, it's travel. And your friends are like, I don't travel. And they hang up on you. In your mind, you have to tell yourself, that's one of my repetitions. It's one of my repetitions. It's one of my repetitions. And the 3 rules I learned on day one: pay attention, get excited, never quit. That's how you become successful. Pay attention, get excited, never quit. The third one's the most important. Because a piece of your plan is, I'm going to keep doing my repetitions. No matter what happens, I'm just going to keep doing it. No matter what happens, I'm just going to keep going. No matter what anybody says, I'm not quitting, and I'm going to be here in 1 year. You just make that a part of your plan. I'm not a quitter. I'm going to be here in 1 year. And you do it, and you do it, and you do it. Just so you know, it doesn't take long to go from sucking to getting okay. And then you go from okay to good, from good to great, from great to awesome. At some point, you get unconscious. If you ever watch sports, they say you can't be thinking while you're playing. If you drove over here, did you have to think about doing it? Were you like, okay, I'm going to put this hand at 2, this hand at 10, I'm going to press the gas. You didn't even have to think about it. You don't remember driving here because you're unconscious. You're unconsciously competent because you've done it so many times. But with this, you're getting unconscious at something that's worth it. So you're getting good at something that's worth getting good at. And if you go from sucking to getting okay, from good to great, from great to awesome, from awesome to unconscious here, you get paid, and you get paid, and you get paid, and they fly you to Singapore. There's a bunch of people waiting for you at the airport chanting your name. And you get paid, and you get paid, and you get paid, and they put you in magazines, and you get paid, and you get paid, and they put you on CDs, and you walk into rooms, and there's thousands of people, and they're like, there he is. I think that's him. And you get paid, and you get paid, and you get paid, and you go on vacation, and you get paid like nothing I've ever seen, because for once in your life, you weren't a quitter, and you decided to get good at something that was worth it. And you can live a different life. You get to make choices that average people will never get to make because you did something that average people were never willing to do. And we all get to have a lot of fun along the way and do it together. So if you don't have my cell phone number, please write it down. I know it's on one of the pages too, but write it down if you don't have it. My name is Eric, E-R-I-C, and my cell phone number is 651-283-4917. 651-283-4917. If you send me a text with your first and last name, that way I got you on my phone, and anytime you guys want to bring people over, tomorrow or whatever, just give me like an hour's notice. Say I'm coming over, and then when I'm not around, if you guys are signing people up, I want to talk to them. I don't care if I'm in Chicago, I don't care if I'm in Singapore, I want to talk to them when you guys are signing people up. So get me on the phone with them. You're sitting there signing up your new guy, just like Ben did. Remember today we talked as I was sitting here? You can do that same thing when you're signing up your friends if they're not here, just so we can talk to them and say hi and I can tell my story and we can get them over here. So if you haven't signed up yet, you fill out the forms, you can sign up, you get online right away and sign up, or figure out a way to do it as soon as humanly possible. Okay? If you don't have $153, go borrow $1 from 153 people. Figure it out. Think about it like this. If you seriously don't think you can come up with the money, imagine that you had a Porsche sitting outside and it cost you 153 bucks. And you had 24 hours to come up with 153 bucks. What would you do? Go do it. Just figure out a way to do it.
Your number, did you give him your number?
I gave him my number.
You did?
My cell phone
missed
number?
that.
Yeah.
No.
I was going to tell you to delete that from the recording.